One of the most effective ways of using a super spun article, and in fact the reason for us creating the very first super spun article, was for use in the mass publishing softwares such as FCS Networker or RankQuiz. What we're going to do today is run you through how we use a super spun article within FCS Networker. For us, everything starts with preparation. We like to make sure that we have everything ready and to hand so that the actual setting up of the project runs smoothly and is a relatively short process. We're going to take a look at link sets and how we use them in our projects. Then we're going to take a look at blurbs. We use the blurbs in order to position the backlinks exactly where we want them within the content. And we'll show you how we do that, both for authority URL backlinks and also for the target backlinks. Then we'll take a look at the content. We use Super Spun Article for all of our content, but we'll show you how we prepare the Super Spun Article and how we add that into the FCS Networker project. Then last but not least, we'll take a look at the project settings and how we set up an FCS Networker project to get the results back that we do. First of all, we'll take a look at link sets and how we put those together. Putting link sets together is a very simple process and pretty quick too. We hardly use the link set feature in FCS Networker, but we do create a link set because you do need to do that in order for the projects to actually be created. So this is how we would go putting a new link set together. First thing is click on Add Link Set. Make sure you're in the link set section. We give it a name. The name's irrelevant. It's just purely for us to be able to use that later. Then we need to paste in the URLs. We take the base URL and we just create the 4 standard versions of it with www.without and with a backward slash and without. That gives us the 4 versions. As I said, we don't really use the link set feature too much, but we do put everything in there just to make sure that FCS is happy. So we would take a set of generic anchors and copy and paste these into the main anchor box. Leaving the percentages on 100% main, we would then click on Add Links, and the link set was successfully added. We can go in and check. We're looking for XXS set. That's it. Link set done. Next, we'll take a look at the blurbs and how we use those within FCS Networker. Before we dive into how we put our blurbs together, I want to give you a short demonstration of why we prefer to use blurbs over the FCS Networker link set system. When we set up a project, we set up 3 different blog post projects to ensure the correct anchor text distribution. So we have 3 sets of anchor text, one with LSI keywords, so pretty close to the main keyword. Then we have one with just naked URL, and then we have one with generic anchor text. Let me show you, it'll probably make it a little bit clearer. This is a blog post with personal drones being the main keyword. So we have, I mentioned in the title here, but our anchor text also is a closely related keyword that the client wanted to promote as well. So we use that in the anchor text, and that would then link back to the target site. If you look at the positioning and the wording, to look for even more facts and strategies about drones with camera, click here, and to see its positioning, this is far superior than anything FCS Networker does with its own link sets. They tend to appear randomly in the middle of sentences and paragraphs. They don't read logically at all, and your control over the actual anchor text isn't as refined as it is with the blurbs. So that's why we use the blurbs. So here's an example of using the blurbs for a closely related keyword. Down here is where we always place our authority links. So this is going out to an authority site, Yahoo in this case, but we always use generic anchor text for that. This would be an example on this one, same project, but going back to a naked URL. And again, the authority backlink down here, but you can see how well that reads. Firstly, the Spun article itself reads extremely well, and you'd have no problems with any of this passing human review for a post on a Web 2, on a Web 2.0 blog. And then the third version we have is with generic anchor text. So again, to find out more on drone with video camera, visit here. That's the link out using generic anchor text. And again, the authority link always at the bottom. So that's the reason why we use them. Let's show you now how we use them. To add a new blurb to FCS is pretty simple. Into the name box, you're going to put your name. Again, doesn't matter what it is, it's just for your reference. And then we tend to use a set of templates that we've put together on this side. So for example, authority URLs, we would use this one. So we would just pick this up. What we would need to do here to the template is we would go into Scrapebox and we would look for some authority URLs there. We just do a scrape in Scrapebox using parameters to find high PR sites based on the keyword that we're looking for. And then we take the URLs that are returned, clean them up, trim them up in Scrapebox, run them through the best spinner to get a nice spun version of them, and then we drop them into that section there. Okay, the spun keywords are going to go in here. If we go back to the authority one over here, you'll see basically this comes from the template. This is coming from the spun keywords, and this is coming out of the spun generic anchor text at the end here. So that's how we put the templates together. I'll make these templates available for download on the blog post, and I'll also make these available obviously to all of the Spun article clients. So that's how we would actually add them into FCS Networker. We take the template, we add in the keywords, we add in the spun URL, and then we just copy and paste. And we drop it into there. Okay, once it's in, click on preview, just to make sure that you've got the syntax right and you've not put anything that you shouldn't have done in the wrong place. Those that still have even more info about spun keywords, go here, visit here. Okay, but with your spun keywords into that section, you've already seen what gets output. Okay, have a look at the other templates pretty quickly. They get a little bit more complex. But again, all you're going to have to worry about here is just follow your way through the template. Where it says keywords here, your spun keywords are going to go in there. Where it says URLs here, here and here, you're going to drop your target URLs in there. So whatever you want the links to go back to. And then likewise, keywords down here, URLs here, and this time here, this is going to use generic anchor text. So this link up here would be a naked URL link because the URL is going to go in here, and this one down here is going to be one of the generic anchor texts. And as we join these two spins together, with one project we can cover the naked URL and the generic anchor text. The last project template is the closely related keywords. How closely related they are is entirely up to you. Okay, so again, you're going to drop the spun target URLs in here, and then you're going to put your anchor text together, spin it into Spintax format, and you're going to drop it into that element there. And that's how we create the blurbs. The templates obviously are the key to this. That's how we enter them. Click on Add Blurbs, and that will be entered into FCS Networker to be used in the projects, and then we'll go on to show you how we use those blurbs in the projects themselves. Now we'll take a look at how we add our Super Spun article into the project. First thing you're going to need to do is to open your Super Spun article into a text editor. We use Sublime Text 2, always have done, and we've had fantastic results from it. It's a really great piece of software to use. First thing I do is I click on View, Undo Word Wrap, so I can see everything by line. The first line is your spun titles, so I'm going to copy that out and drop it into the title box. Should have said at the beginning, the name box. Again, it's just a name for you to recognize it by. Recap title is the first line, copy and paste into there. Then you want to copy and paste the rest, making sure you get everything round outside the curly brackets. So that's everything copied there. Control C, into the content box, Control V. Okay, tags again, you can add those in either as spin tags or just as a single tag, up to you. Categories for WordPress posts only, likewise can be added in. Okay, with tags we do normally add in a section, as you can see. These are previous ones that we've done. I'm not actually going to add any in this example, but that's how you would add the tags in, pure and simple. Okay, once I've got everything in, I make sure I click on preview. Again, I just want to make sure I've got all the curly brackets right. If there's any errors and I've missed a bracket, it will tell me because the spin tags won't undo properly. Okay, this is an intro Super Spun article, so it's not on any particular subjects, it's just an intro, one of the ones that we use to warm up our new accounts, and we use some placeholders here, which can be replaced before they get dropped in. Okay, but we can see the formatting on that's pretty good, it looks clean, it looks nice, we're okay with that. If we're happy with that, then we click on Add Article. And it's going to drop that article in for us to be able to select when we put our project together. That's how simple it is to add your Super Spun article into FCS Networker.